Alrighty, ladies, non-binary, and gentlemen, as Decopunk would say. First, welcome to the Portsmouth Museum. And then, more importantly, this used to be a very, very beautiful, and it still is a very beautiful train station.
With no trains.
With no trains, unfortunately.
They updated the announcements. The ferry now plays bus announcements. So the ferry will say, when getting off the bus, I'm like, this is not a bus.
Watch as like these get like route numbers like the 800.
This is the 90.
The 90?
Yes,
Oh my goodness.
Yep. I don't know if the stadium shuttle has a route number. I really don't know. Probably does internally. But there's actually a nice schedule up here.
Well, alrighty. I gotta say that this is probably the best way to like preserve a museum. No, not a museum.
Old, historical.
A railroad. Just turn it into a restaurant.
And they have, as you see, for flooding purposes, they have to go up and then downstairs so the water doesn't get in.
Yep.
But this does get covered in water.
Oh yes. Look at this tower. I forgot to mention this, but look at the like pylons.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot shorter than Wilmots, but you know.
They work, and they're consistent across the whole system.
Yep.
We also have digital ink now.
I like the digital ink. Everybody's doing digital ink, except there is. Except there is an issue here. Oh wait, never mind. I thought it was a blotch, but no. Oh my goodness, I love this. So this gives you the entire route. Obviously, these are the main ones, and then there's the special like Sports Express game day only one. Yep.
It does a one-way loop though, so it goes Waterside, High Street, North Landing, Waterside.
You know what would be funny? Like speaking of the Sports like Express, if it was like sponsored by PetMGM, like New Jersey Transit.
Is it actually?
It used to be, but then like earlier this year, like they cut off the deal because of the World Cup.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
It was both. Built 2023.
Sweet. So this will be the first time I've recorded a ferry.
Awesome.
I have been to like the one in Baltimore, the free one.
Yeah. My favorite HRT transit line, hands down.
I mean, you already submitted it in your like classy wheel submission.
I did. I've made a couple videos on this. They do blow the horn though, so if you get jittery, don't hold your phone close. Like I almost like you're good.
So is that I assume that's a submarine, right? Oh, that's the Carnival cruise ship. Yeah. What about that red one right there? That
is Lightship Portsmouth. It's like a lighthouse on a boat.
Oh, that's so cool.
Museum,
that is cool.
This is a really nice hotel.
I imagine it's expensive, right?
Probably. Waterfront Renaissance, heck yeah.
Oh man.
I've been in the lobby, it's really nice. Really pretty.
No, like I need to find like boat music. Cause I have music for light rail vehicles, but not for a boat. We're drifting, basically. Going deja vu, I have been to this place before. Now speaking of tapping on, since it now can accept a new fare card, once it goes open payment, like imagine that, like using a SEPTA card on it. Right there's the Carnival cruise ship. No, you will not see me on that.
And the ferry just cuts right through, which is the crazy part.
So basically, when it comes in, it has to stop while this moves.
It's just giant basin right here.
So basically, this cruise ship right there is the GRTC Pulse. So, to better explain the Carnival cruise ship situation, which is crazy, they have to make a noticeable U-turn. However, that does require the cruise ship to cross into the right-of-way of the ferry. So, in a deal, the ferry has priority, and the cruise ship has to wait until the ferry is out of the cruise ship's way. So as you can literally see, the cruise ship is currently stopping until the ferry finally clears out. Like imagine if that were to happen in Amtrak, like if a commuter rail has priority over an intercity rail. Oh, that happens a lot of times. Yeah. But anyways, looky there. The ship is finally moving. Now that the ferry is out of its way, the Carnival cruise ship can finally head out to wherever it's gonna go. I gotta say, we're definitely letting it rip. Yeah, like the ones over there.
Crazy. River's pretty quiet today.
You know, Portsmouth, like skyline, it's getting there.
Yeah, this was better.
Of course, obviously.
Yeah, you got 4 buildings. And then you got the church steeples, like that's nice.
Yep.
I don't like how Harbor Tower, it's just like that ugly pink one. Like, it's fine. But
So we're still waiting for the ferry to come. I can kind of see it coming out of like that terminal, so we should be very close to its path. Just slowly creeping up its way to the main base. I'm not gonna lie, the speed that it makes is quite impressive. So let's give out an abbreviated history, as it goes way back in 1636 when a basic boat helped connect the early settlers. Then 84 years later, they had larger fleets that would carry wagons and have more rowers to accommodate the heavy weight. Let's skip another century, as in 1821 and 1832, paddle wheels and the steam engine would finally take over the grueling task of rowing. 1918 would finally see the ferry accommodate the cars, but it wouldn't be too long, as the car tunnels would be opened in the 1950s. And in 1955, service would be suspended. But thanks to the downtown revitalizations, ferry services would return in 1983, and here we are now. On an HRT bus. Somehow this is considered a bus. Their announcements will say not to leave your belongings on this bus as an example. On the screens on board it will say the same thing. And on the transit app, it kind of throws you off, as it doesn't have a boat icon. It's blue like the express bus, and you would have to know the number, which is Route 90. And on that topic of route numbering, I assume it's the 90 because it's meant to act as a quote-unquote express service to the 45. So, because it's twice as fast, 45 times 2 equals 90.
See, Nick Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you and sacrifice.
Alright, just got off the ferry, so I have officially 100% completed the Elizabeth River Ferry. And I gotta say, I generally love it. Very fast, very punctual. The fare system, really good. You're just basically paying, like, say, a similar price to the bus ticket. You just have to slide it, and that's it. Like, literally just very easy stuff. You know, on a personal note, I'm very glad to have picked Portsmouth as an overnight stay, just so that way I can grab at least one more ferry ride. And for those 3 times that I've ridden it, it is an ultimate blend of vibes, punctuality, decent frequencies, and just a very good boarding system. I yearn for a ferry system in the DC region. However, the only systems that are available is the wharf jitney and the water taxi. There are numerous issues that prevents DC from having a ferry system, like a no-wake zone. And thankfully, if you're not going too far, there's actually one in Baltimore. And guess what? Here's yours truly on one of these rides. This is the Harbor Connector. I said this is the Harbor Connector. This is the sister of the Charm City Circulator, as they're both run by the Baltimore Department of Transportation. Which, now that I'm realizing, I should have mentioned that in that Baltimore video, but that's neither here nor there. They currently run 3 routes, and the boats are significantly smaller than the one of the Elizabeth River Ferry, but, you know, it is a free ride though. And they run 3 lines, which, going back to here in Hampton Roads, right now it's just only one line that does a loop, but there used to be different ferry lines and routes that were ran by different companies and agencies. But with the tunnels, it has made the ferries obsolete, as previously mentioned, and we're only left with this, and then much more eastward, the Jamestown Ferry. But I do believe that an argument can be made to have pedestrian ferry services to connect to places like Chesapeake, Newport News, and Hampton. And I guess that there was, or still is, concepts of a plan of it. And in this chart right here, they did have plans for actually high-speed ferry. Yes, there is such a thing as that. And by the looks of the map, it looks actually pretty good. So keep in mind that is a proposal from many years ago. And in this current climate, I don't see an extension of a ferry or more routes of a ferry. But here's how I see it. With how choppy everything is, just like the water down here, this ferry keeps moving on at its precise time, at its best speed, and at its rightful destination at the right time. And it'll keep on moving forward. More people will start to take notice, and eventually there will be more demand for it. It does not look easy right now, but if you keep rowing your boat and keep doing it merrily, that life will be but a dream. Alrighty, thank y'all very much for watching, and a special thanks to 29 Down the Line for showing me this awesome bus route. Even though we know it's a ferry, but eventually we'll see Gillick bars on this. And then eventually, we will see the Gillick part be replaced with the horn. But I digress. Overall, this is a very fun and very relaxing ferry ride. Granted, I've only been to just this one and the one in Baltimore. But do let me know what you think about the Elizabeth River Ferry. And don't forget to check out the rest of the Take Me Home Hampton Road series. Until we meet again, thanks for watching.